Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We have a full Fridays in the Valley schedule for the next year. Next concert, you will get a program, a brochure that has all of them listed all the way into June. So thank you for being here tonight. Fridays in the Valley happens the second Friday of every month. My name's Richard Buller. I'm the pastor here at this wonderful congregation, and we are celebrating today. This is our start of our 10th season of Fridays in the Valley. A round of applause. It's this dream came forward from Vicki Wheeler and Sue Ruby, and they came to me 11 years ago and said, "You think we could do this?" I said, "Sure, let's give it a shot," and they did. Every concert that we have has a mission outreach component to it, and in our 9 years, we have raised $52,511 that have gone out into the community. So yeah, that's a round of applause for this great effort of what we do. So Sue, stand up, Sue. People got to know exactly. There it is, Sue Ruby, everybody. Sue Ruby. So it always happens this way. We have some great musicians that give of their time, give us an hour of their music, and then we have a mission partner that we partner with for every Fridays in the Valley. And Virginia Day is going to share with us that information at intermission this evening. Tonight, I went online to hear this duo bossa nova. If you go back home and do it, and listen to them, you will enjoy. After getting this, it'll be a kick for us to go and listen. Tonight we have Natanya Martinez Kamen with us, and also Pavel Yanni. Yes. Exactly. Yes. Pavel, thank you for your gifts tonight. Over these years, the monies that we have to provide a small stipend to these have come from a gift to the church. And so all the monies that you provide for our mission partners go right to the mission partner. They get a gift from the church, thanks to the Mary and Greg Rom, who have given some funds for that to happen. And Mary gave us flowers today in honor of 10 years of Fridays in the Valley. So they're going to be here for Sunday too, right, Mary? You're not going to take them? Okay, good. Let's give Mary a round of applause. Mary and Greg for their great work. You two ready?
Yes.
We are ready. I was going to say Diane again, but I'm ready here. Natanya Pavel. A round of applause for these two, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Vai, minha tristeza, e diz a ela que sem ela não pode ser. Diz-lhe numa prece que ela regresse, porque não posso mais sofrer. Chega de saudade, a realidade é que sem ela não há paz, não há beleza, só tristeza e melancolia que não sai de mim, não sai de mim, não sai. Mas se ela voltar, que coisa linda, que coisa louca. Mas há menos peixinhos a nadar no mar dos que os beijinhos que eu darei na sua boca. Dentro dos meus braços, os abraços hão de ser milhões de abraços, apertado assim, colado assim, abraços e beijinhos e carinhos sem ter fim, que é pra acabar com esse negócio de você longe de mim. de você viver sem mim. Vai minha tristeza e diz a ela que sem ela não pode ser. Diz-lhe numa prece que ela regresse, porque não posso mais sofrer. Chega de saudade, a realidade é que sem ela não há paz, não há beleza, é só tristeza e melancolia que não sai de mim, não sai de mim, não sai. Mas se ela voltar, que coisa linda, que coisa louca, pois há menos peixinhos a nadar no mar do que os beijinhos que eu darei em sua boca. Dentro dos meus braços, os abraços hão de ser milhões de abraços, apertado assim, colado assim, calado assim, abraços e beijinhos e carinhos sem ter fim, que é pra acabar com esse negócio de você longe de mim. Não quero mais esse negócio de você viver sem mim. Hi guys, thank you so much. It's such a pleasure being here today with you guys. I don't know if you guys know what language I speak, when I'm singing, what language I'm singing, right? Do you guys know? I'm Brazilian. Look at that. Thank you. I always tell everybody, I've been in America for like 17 years now, and when I got here, I came as an au pair, and I graduated in Brazil in law school, and then I got here just to improve my English, and every place I would go, people were like, oh my gosh, I just wish I could speak Spanish. And then I used to say, me too! Because I don't, and I speak Portuguese, so we're like, oh, is that right? People had no idea. So thank goodness for the World Cup, the Olympics, and all the carnival, and all the, Brazilian models, and all the soccer, that Brazil was in the map in America, and people start to know. They would ask me if I had light, if I had computers, if they thought I lived in a jungle or something, like this is all we had there, So it's good that now, things are broadening, and a lot of people know that we speak Portuguese, and we are colonized by Portugal, so this is a good thing. So thank you for that. So my name is Natania, it's Pavel, I'm from Brazil, and you are from?
Originally from Czechoslovakia, which is today's Czech Republic. It still was Czechoslovakia when I moved out in 1988. So, but as you've mentioned, that people were asking about speaking Spanish. I kind of had a similar experience when I moved here back in 1991. Whenever I said, well, I'm from Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia, how's the war going over there? So that's Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia. Those two are kind of mixed up in people's minds. But once again, things got really different over time, and today almost everybody knows where Czech Republic is, and we are famous mainly for our beer. No, not only that. No, we are famous for a number of great classical composers, Antonín Dvořák, Bedřich Smetana.
Anyone from Czech?
Anybody speaks Czech?
Anyone from Brazil?
Czech?
No? so I can mess it up the songs that you guys would know? Wow, good. Taking some pressure out of me today. Just kidding. So this is the founder of our band. So I sing with this. We belong to a bigger group called Ticket to Brazil. So we go around everywhere in Minnesota, sometimes in other places. And the band is big. We have a lot of musicians, and we throw a party. We dance a lot. I also dance a lot of samba. I still have a broken foot, so maybe I can show you a little bit of samba if you guys would want to see today. But no, it's well. I can do.
We'll get there. Once we get there, we'll get there.
Yeah, once we get there.
So as Natanya said, so we are part of a much larger group, which really, when we get together, all of us, there's 8, sometimes even 9 of us, when we have lots of percussion, we have, drums and keyboards and horns and,
saxophones and
and
flutes and all of those cool stuff.
So this is much more intimate project that we are kind of performing here as a duet. So let's continue.
Yes, let's continue. Caía a tarde feito viaduto e o bêbado trajando luto me lembrou o Carlitos e a lua, tal qual a dona de um bordel, pedia a cada estrela fria um brilho de aluguel e nuvens lá no mataborrão do céu chupavam manchas torturadas que sufoco louco, o bêbado com chapéu preto faz reverências mil pra noite do meu Brasil, que sonha com a volta do irmão do envio. Tanta gente foguete chora a nossa pátria mãe gentil. Chora Marias e Marices, solo do Brasil. Mas sei que grande amor assim pungente não há de ser inutilmente a esperança na Copacabana de São Paulo, que em cada passo dessa linha pode se you guys can hear me? Because sometimes I cannot hear myself from here. But is the microphone working over there? No? No? Hello, so.
We're working on it. It's good.
Oh, okay. So this particular song, it was famous at the time of the dictatorship in Brazil. The hardest time for artists and for people to express anything.
Just to put on a timeline, it actually lasted until 1984, I believe.
Yes, from when? Do you remember from when?
60s.
Yeah, 60 something, I'm not sure. So that time, musicians, they couldn't, poetry that wasn't allowed. You know, people couldn't be in the streets sharing anything. So this was one song that we call the musicians that were the rebels. You know, they made something, but there's some words that they could use talking about the government. So they made this song, and it's beautiful, and it's all connotations, you know, things that relate to things, but in a beautiful way. They talk about stars, they talk about, you know, the guy with the hat, they talk about, but just in a subtle way, and it just express the suffering that the people were dealing with, and it's just a beautiful, and became one of the statements of this era in Brazil. So that's why we're like to share with you.
So this song came actually from the early 80s, I believe this one was composed. But the first song that we played was, many of you probably knew it. It was composed by Antonio Carlos Jobim, a famous Brazilian songwriter, wonderful songwriter and composer. And so the first song that we played was actually composed in very early 60s, I believe 1962, and it was recorded for the first time. It was called Chega de Saudade. In English, they translate sometimes to No More Blues. So now let's go back to that era. Let's go back to that era of what was really a golden era of bossa nova, when we are talking about the 1960s in Brazil and around the world. And maybe we can play Água de Beber.
I would love that. It's one of my favorites.
Well, there we go. That's another song composed by Antonio Carlos Jobim.
Pararura, para pararurera, pararura, para pararurera, pararura, para pararurera, pararura. Eu quis amar, mas tive medo e quis salvar meu coração, mas o amor sabe o segredo. O medo pode matar o seu coração. Água de beber, camará. Água de beber, camará. Pararurá, para pararurera, pararurá. Para pararurera, pararurá, parurá, parurá. Cá tive uma certeza, entrei pra escola do perdão. A minha casa vive aberta, abre todas as portas do coração. Água de beber, camará. Água de beber, camará. Água de beber, camará. Água de beber, água de beber, camará. Pararurá, 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 parará, parará, pararurá, para pararurera, pararurá, para pararurera, pararurá, parará, parará. Eu sempre tive uma certeza que só me deu desilusão, é que o amor é uma tristeza, muita mágoa demais para um coração. muita mágoa demais para um coração. Yeah, yeah. Pa para pa 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 para pa. Parará, parará, pararurá. Água de beber. Água de beber. De beber. Thank you. This one was called Água de Beber. It's water to drink. Yeah, Brazilians come up with the coolest names, coolest sounds, right? Talking about coolest things, should we bring some animals, Pavel?
Well, we have a few, right?
We have a few animals.
To choose from. Yeah.
Some animal names, some animal sounds that, that time brought some of those cool songs. So should we do that one? Okay. Well, this actually animal, it's also the same in Spanish, so you guys should know, some of you probably know Spanish. And it's called o pato. Anyone know?
Yes.
That's it. And we do a lot of this in the song. All right, let's do it. O pato vinha cantando alegremente, quen, quen, quando o marreco sorridente pediu para entrar também no samba, no samba. O ganso olhou pro duplo e disse assim, vem, vem, vem. Olhou pro Cid e disse assim, vem, 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 que o quarteto ficará bom, muito bem. Na beira da lagoa foram ensaiar para começar. O tico-tico no fubá, para-bara-barirari. A voz do pato era mesmo desacato. Jogo de cena com o ganso era mato. Mas eu gostei do final, quando caíram na água, ensaiando o vocal. Quen, 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 quen. Quen, 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 quen. Quen, 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 quen. O pato vinha cantando alegremente. Quen, quen. Quando o marreco sorridente pediu para entrar também no samba, no samba. O ganso olhou pro Steve e disse assim, vem, vem, vem. Olhou pro Diz e disse assim, vem, 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 que o quarteto ficará bom, muito bem. Na beira da lagoa foram ensaiar para começar. O tico-tico no fubá, para-bara-barirari. A voz do pato era mesmo desacato. Jogo de cena com o ganso era mato. Mas eu gostei do final, quando caíram na água, ensaiando o vocal. Quen, 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 quen. Quen, 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 quen. Quen, 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 quen. O pato. Quen, 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 quen. Quen, 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 quen. O pato. Quen, 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 quen. Quen, 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 quen. O pato. Para entrar também no samba, no samba. Para entrar também no samba, no samba. Para entrar também no samba, samba. Thank you so much. That was the duck for you guys. What else should we play, Pavel?
Well, we should play, first of all, we should play one more song, and then we'll take a very brief intermission, right? So after this one.
Talking about intermission, I haven't heard that word in a while. I'm sorry. When it comes to my head, I need to say. Mm-hmm. The last movie that I watched that was like an intermission, it was...
Dr. Zhivago, right?
That was a good one, but it wasn't that. I think like I watched so many times that movie with that nun that sings Sound of Music.
Oh, Sound of Music.
Oh my gosh. I think it's the first musical that I really, really enjoy because, you know, it's just that music. It's like something that I wanted to sing, and it's just so. It was a lovely. So there you go,
that's-
intermission,
that's a
that
good one.
remind me of. It's not going to be that long of an intermission, guys. All right.
Well, let's do. Yeah. Yes. Or Carnival and Chief. So as Natalia has mentioned, this one will be more contemporary Brazilian song. I mean, the bossa nova scene in Brazil is still very strong. This is basically the third generation of musicians who are making this kind of music in Brazil. This one comes from Maria Rita, who's a kind of great contemporary Brazilian vocalist. She's a daughter of Elis Regina. If anyone followed Brazilian music back in the 60s, Elis Regina was really one of the biggest stars in Brazil and around the world.
Não, ele não vai mais dobrar. Pode até se assegurar, ele vai viver sozinho. Desaprendeu a dividir. Foi escolher um mal me quer entre o amor de uma mulher e as certezas do caminho. Ele não pode se entregar, por essa vai ter que pagar com o coração. Olha lá, ele não é feliz, sempre diz que é do tipo cara valente, mas veja só, a gente sabe que esse humor é coisa de um rapaz que sem ter proteção foi se esconder atrás da cara de vilão. Então não faz assim, rapaz, não bota esse cartaz, a gente não cai não. Ele não é de nada, olha, essa cara amarrada é só um jeito de viver na pior. Ele não é de nada, olha, essa cara amarrada é só um jeito de viver nesse mundo de mágoa. Ele não vai mais dobrar, pode até se assegurar, ele vai viver sozinho. Desaprendeu a dividir, foi escolher um mal me quer entre o amor de uma mulher e as certezas do caminho. Ele não pode se entregar, por essa vai ter que pagar com o coração. Olha lá, ele não é feliz, sempre diz que é do tipo cara valente, mas veja só, a gente sabe que esse humor é coisa de um rapaz que sem ter proteção foi se esconder atrás da cara de um vilão. Então não bota esse cartaz, a gente não cai não. Ele não é de nada, olha, essa cara amarrada é só um jeito de viver na pior. Ele não é de nada, olha, essa cara amarrada é só um jeito de viver nesse mundo de mágoa. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Tanya, Pavel, thank you for 30 minutes. We got another 30, so thank you so much. Brandon, can you turn me down just a hair? I'm going to invite Virginia Day to come forward, and Virginia is going to talk to us about what's going on in this neighborhood and the neighborhoods around this state of ours with a program called Every Meal. It's a start of school, and there's some hungry kids out there. So, Virginia, please.
Is it okay with you if I use the piano to hold my notes? A piano would be fine. That one?
Sure.
It's already there.
Go for it.
Good. Good evening. I'm Virginia Day. I have been coordinating Valley's efforts to support children at Noble School with additional food for 11 years, 12 years, something like that. And there have been changes lately, and I would love to tell you about them. We currently partner with an organization called Every Meal. And Every Meal is a nonprofit that has a mission of fighting childhood hunger. Currently, they serve kids at over 500 locations in the metro area. Primarily, those locations are schools. And it began in 2010 with one school in Minneapolis, and since then it has greatly expanded. And as a large nonprofit, the Every Meal organization can separate the funding, the labor, and the distribution. So that means that Every Meal gets large contributions from some of the major corporations and also can apply for government funding. So we can't do that as Valley. So that's an advantage. Most of the bags that are handed out are packed by volunteers who go to the Roseville warehouse that Every Meal owns. And the distribution happens when those bags packed at the Roseville location get delivered to Noble School. At least for us, that's how it happens. And what we do is, first of all, as a partner with Every Meal, we provide some financial support aimed at Noble School, and then we also help with this distribution. And so what that means is that we go to the school, and I'll tell you who we is in a minute. We go to the school and match kids who are enrolled with the bags that they have chosen, the type of bag they have chosen, and then deliver it to the classroom on Fridays so that kids can put it in their backpack and take it home. Every Meal has 5 bags that people can choose from. There are some cultural variations in bags, and there's also an option that applies to families who don't have a kitchen. Those families are often homeless. So there's a special bag that meets their needs so that the food is ready to eat and doesn't require preparation. All of the other bags, the food needs to be prepared at home. So a typical bag that I've helped pack has a large can of some kind of fruit, a large can of some vegetable, perhaps a can of tomatoes or tomato sauce, a bag of rice, and a bag of beans or some other kind of starch protein source. So 5 pounds of food every week. And if you do cooking, you know that that can go quite a ways because there's a lot of volume that gets added when you cook rice and beans. So that's a substantial contribution to that family's nutrition. The parents at Noble Elementary can enroll their children in this program, and They can choose the type of bag that suits their needs at enrollment. And then the parents and the family don't have any other real responsibilities at that point. We kind of take over from that point and make sure that the bags get to the classroom so children can take them home. We used to do a program called Kid Pack, and that was primarily focused on snack foods. But the pandemic really destroyed that program. It just wasn't feasible to deliver that food to kids. So Noble School chose during the pandemic to move to every meal. And both last year, which was a full school year, and this year, Noble has chosen again to partner with every meal. And in our role supporting Noble, we are participating also. We are part of a 3-church partnership that supports Noble. The other 2 churches that we work with are Valley of Peace Lutheran, which is just down the road from Noble, and Unity Minneapolis. And we've been working together for over 10 years, and it's a wonderful partnership. The partnership itself, I think, has enriched so many of us who've been involved. At this point, I can take questions if you have any.
Virginia, thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause for Virginia and the good work that they do for Noble School here in the community. If you wish to give funds tonight, the plate or the bowl, white bowl, is there in the narthex. You can leave monies there. Checks can be made out to the church, VCPC, or Valley Community Presbyterian Church, and know that all dollars are going there. If you are doing QR codes, we have in the pews in front of you, there's this yellow piece, and you can just click your phone on the QR code on the back of that, and go to the online giving here at the church. Are we ready, Natanya? We're ready? All ready. Let's give them a round of they're always ready.
Always ready.
Yes. Let's give them a round of applause. Pavel and Natanya, folks.
Quiet nights of quiet stars, quiet chords from my guitar floating on the silence that surrounds us. Quiet thoughts by quiet dreams, quiet walks by quiet streams, and the window looking at the mountain and the sea. How lovely, this is where I wanna be, here with you so close to me until the final flicker of life's ember. I who was lost and lonely, believing life was only a bit of treasure Joe had found with you, the reason of existence, all my love. cantinho, um violão, esse amor, uma canção pra fazer feliz a quem se ama. Muita calma pra pensar e tem tempo de esperar. Da janela vê-se o corcovado e o Redentor, que lindo. Quero a vida sempre assim, com você perto de mim até o apagar da velha chama. E eu que era triste, descrente desse mundo, ao encontrar você eu conheci o que é felicidade, meu amor. Felicidade, meu amor. So there was some English in that. So there was a version in English. And should we play another one with a version in English? So nice. Could we do that one?
Yeah, we can do that.
Do you remember that one?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We'll find out.
Let's try. Yeah, it's been a while, right? We haven't.
We should really embrace the summer at this point, right? When it's kind of going away from
Yes,
us,
we need to keep the summer
right?
here.
So this
Here.
song actually has two titles. It's called Summer Samba, but it's also called So Nice. So
I like both titles. So,
Right.
all right.
Samba de Verão, right? It's the
Samba de
original-
Verão.
Is the original Portuguese title.
Don't be tight, that will be very nice. Someone who hold me right, that will be very nice. Someone to understand each little dream in me. Someone who's ready to give love a start with me. Oh yeah, life would be so nice if one day I'll find someone who would take your heart and summer through life or with me. Someone who click to me, stay with me right or wrong. Someone who sings to me some little summer song. Someone to hold my hand and give his heart to me. Someone who's ready to give life a start with me. Oh yeah, that would be so nice. I can see you and me, that will be nice. Me right or wrong, someone to sing to me some little samba song. Someone to take my hand and give his heart to me. Someone who's ready to give life a start with me. Oh yeah, that would be so nice if one day I'll find someone who would take his heart and samba through life with me. Someone who will cling to me, say me they right or wrong. Someone to sing to me some little samba song. Someone to take my heart and give his heart to me. Someone who's ready to give life a start with me. Oh yeah, that would be so nice. I can see you and me, that would be nice. I can see you and me, that will be nice. Maybe one day you and me, ha, that will be nice. Thank you guys.
During those 2 moments of silence, there was supposed to be a drum roll.
I wanted to make the mystery. All right.
So, yeah, we should. I just want to mention, I don't know if all of you are kind of familiar with the history of bossa nova, so just very briefly, it really all started, of course, in Brazil way before that, but around the world, it really started in 1959 with the movie Black Orpheus, which was actually a French movie. Marcel Camus was a French movie maker who decided to make a movie about Brazilian carnival, so he went to Brazil and he directed this movie. That was in 1959, at least it was released in 1959. And he featured, he hired musicians to do the soundtrack, and one of them was Antonio Carlos Jobim, the second one was Louis Bonfa, another brilliant songwriter. So many of these songs that later became famous all over the world as kind of bossa nova hits were actually composed by these two, mainly by these two people, Antonio Carlos Jobim and Louis Bonfa. And as this movie was screened in Europe, in France, it just became overnight sensation, and then the rest is the history really. So it picked up really quickly, and bossa nova became really one of the most influential and most popular styles around the world really for so many years, and it still is in many ways.
Thank you for that historical piece for us, Pavel. So right now we're going to go a little fast, and maybe I can sew some samba, maybe, Pavel? We're going to try. Anyone knows how to play like drums, or it's a good percussionist here? No one? No one? Yeah. Oh, someone is saying, hey, you.
Feel free to come over and grab
Anyone?
a percussion instrument here.
Anyone else to play?
Anybody can
How'd
play
you play
this one,
samba? Yeah, this one everybody can play.
right? Well, maybe once we start playing, maybe the volunteers will start coming up.
Oh, he's
Yes,
he's
thank you,
volunteer
thank
for
you.
us. Yes.
See?
You're gonna do some
Setting
samba for me.
Setting the example. All right.
Yes,
thank you.
yes. Oh, are you playing that? Someone is volunteer? Hello. Oh my goodness. We have this.
This one is fun.
Which one? Well, just follow the music and the sound. And you know what? The song that we're going to be showing you guys now, you probably heard somewhere. Some movie, somewhere. Some stores that you guys are just walking in, there's that song in the background.
The
That
Rio,
was
right?
the Rio
movie, right? The
Yep.
kids. So that's okay. Well,
So,
if you'll be dancing, don't break your other leg, just please.
no, just in the end, just a little bit. I'm not going to break my other leg or foot, I promise. The rest of the band for you guys, look at that. Yee-hoo! Oh, ahi, ahi, oh, oba, oba, oba. Oh, ahi, ahi, oh, oba, oba, oba. Mais que nada, sai da minha frente que eu quero passar. Pois o samba está animado, o que eu quero é sambar. Esse samba é misto de maracatu. É samba de preto velho, samba de preto tu. Mais que nada, samba como esse tão legal, você não vai querer que eu chegue no final. Oh, help me! Ahi, ahi, oh, oba, oba, oba. Oh, ahi, ahi, oh, oba, oba, oba. Mais que nada, sai da minha frente que eu quero passar. Pois o samba está animado e o que eu quero é sambar. Esse samba é misto de maracatu. É samba de preto velho, samba de preto tu. Mais que nada, samba como esse tão legal, você não vai querer que eu chegue no final. Come on! Oh, ai, ai, oh, oba, 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 yeah! Oh, ai, ai, oh, oba, oba, oba. All right, band. Oh, ahi, ahi, oh, oba, oba, oba. Oh, ahi, ahi, oh, oba, 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 oba. Band, faster! Oba, 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 oba. Ba 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 ba. Usually I samba with this kind of rhythm. Mais que nada, 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 mais que nada.
Thank you, thank you. So that's what our show is about when we played with the whole band. You know, you really.
There's a lot of sound and a lot of dancing.
It's a highly energetic project.
And they are hired if they want to participate in our next show, right, Pavel? Thank you guys so much for the support.
Yes, and for having us and for coming.
Hey,
you know, we have time.
We have time for one more song. And you know what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to say. So you say what you need to say first.
Okay, will do. I just want to mention, if you like our music, not only that we have CDs so you can bring piece of us home with you, but also we have quite a few upcoming interesting shows. October 7th, Dakota Jazz Club. October 9th, KJ's Hideaway in St. Paul. It's a former artist quarter, if you are familiar with that. And that will be an interesting show because it will be just a trio, Natanya, myself, and a wonderful cellist, Jacqueline Ulton. So that's going to be a different sound. That's not what we do usually. After that, we have Crooners on October 30th. Crooners Super Club, another wonderful jazz club and restaurant.
And you can eat some good food.
That's right.
Of
course. In all of these three places,
all of those
wonderful.
three places.
So if you'd like to find out more, you'll find us at tickettobrazil.com, and Brazil is spelled with an S. So it's tickettobrazil as one word. .com. That's our website. Okay, back to Natanya. You want to say something?
So this is our last song. I've been saying that usually because that's what I feel. This is the song that nobody wants to hear. The Brazilian song that people just stand up and like, it's time to go, guys. I'm refusing because actually we came up. It's not just you. We came up with the song, right? We wrote the song.
You wrote it, yeah.
People are like, nah.
There's a fake news out there that some Antonio Carlos Jobim wrote it, but that's
not a lie.
True.
I wasn't even born, but I wrote the song. Okay, And it's about a girl, and she's from Ipanema. So if it's time to leave, you guys can go. We will understand.
Yeah, just
Okay, should we try?
yeah, let's try it. Yeah, it's kind
Let's
of a
do
boring
it.
song. Yeah.
Whatever. Tall and tan and long and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes each one, she passes, goes ah. When she walks, she's like a samba that swings so cool and sways so gently that when she passes each one, she passes, goes ah. Ah, but I watch her so sadly. How can I tell her I love her? I will give my heart gladly, but each day when she walks through the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at me. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes I smile, but she doesn't see. Go, Pavel. Olha que coisa mais linda, mais cheia de graça. Ela, menina, que vem e que passa, num doce balanço a caminho do mar. Moço do corpo dourado de sol de Ipanema, o seu balançado é mais que um poema, é a coisa mais linda que eu já vi passar. Porque estou tão sozinho, porque tudo é tão triste. A beleza que existe, a beleza que não é só minha, que também passa sozinha. Se ela soubesse que quando ela passa, o mundo inteirinho se enche de graça e fica mais lindo por causa do amor. She just doesn't see, por causa do amor. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah. Natanya Martinez-Gammon, Fidel, Yanni, the duo Bossa Nova. Thank you so much. Beautiful voice, wonderful moves on the dance floor. My new hips hurt from thinking about that. Such gifts at the guitar. Thank you, Pavel. Family, next month we have a trombone quartet with us. And they're called the Paperclips. Any reason why they might come up with the name Paperclips? as my wife says, because of the trombone. It looks like a paper clip. We will see if she's right next month. So the paper clips will be with us. So second Friday of the month, invite friends. We're back, and we're live streaming tonight. I'm not sure we'll be live streaming next month. So yes, Vicki? We will be live streaming next month. Vicki says so. Wonderful. We had Sue Ruby stand up before. Vicki Wheeler, you stand up. She was the one on the rain stick up here. Vicki Wheeler, part of that 10 years ago, Vicki, 10 years ago. And she has a new hip too, so she couldn't do that dancing either. We got a bunch of hippies in this congregation. So glad you're here, Vicki, to celebrate this 10th start of our 10th season. Thank you so much again for here. If you want to speak with them, they are going to stick around for a bit. But thanks, and for Virginia, thank you for your talk about every meal. The offering plate is in the back, or the QR card when you get home, and you can add to it. So thanks again. Another round of applause for Latanya and Pavel. Love them.